There it is, up on the lift. In good company, at least next to my other old Ferrari. We'll take a look here. Obviously, this is the one front tire in which quite the substantial impact. It's funny, this was the, I want to say non-dominant side or non-predominant impact side is, but the difference between the front and the rear tires. So what I think happened, and looking at the GPS, I think he just sort of went too fast, understeered over a curb. The tire that they understeered with was probably the front right, or the one that lost traction and pushed, destroyed the entire front suspension up here. And it looks like he obviously went over some grass as well, and then shed speed while he was going over the grass, put him back in the roadway. But you'll see here, this is going to be considered more frame damage, but it's the same frame damage that we had last time, in that this is, to me, frame of car. See, like this, all looks good, all looks good, all looks good. There's a little dent up here, but that's just from the wheel hitting it. This is what is considered frame damage. This is it sort of bolts on here, but it's a structural support to give shape to both mount the radiator brackets, but give shape to the bumpers. And that's welded on here, but you can see here there's a crack in it. And that's the piece that's going to have to be replaced on this side. And the fact that this whole bracket, this is all part of it, that's considered frame. And the problem you're going to have with Ferraris, especially 488s, is if that's considered frame, that's any impact essentially into the front of the car, because it frames out the front bumper. Any impact is going to be sort of a frame damaged car. Here, the other side, you can see took the impact, just ripped off the bumper pieces. But as you make your way around, I mean, headlights fine, everything else is generally fine. It's just limited to this. Wow, deja vu. I said deja vu. I wonder if that was in my last video that I also had deja vu about this. But this frame piece here, not frame piece, I'm sorry, this body panel, this bumper have to be replaced. This is a two-piece bumper. It's got this and then the carbon fiber lip going around it. All this, I mean, we've already got the parts list for this because we've replaced, was it the other side? It was the other side. We replaced the other side last time. I'm going to have to get two rotors because they only sell them in pairs. This is a front rotor. These little trim pieces don't cost very much, but these things have to be replaced just because they're torn up. If you look at the other wheels, this wheel, obviously garbage. You're not going to fix that. That wheel, impressively garbage. You're not going to fix that. Let's make our way around to the back. This wheel, also garbage. And then finally, the best of the wheels. I was like, why is this tire flat? Doesn't even look flat. Then I took it off. And poof. I'd almost want to say that could be repairable, but it's probably so out of round. And given that all three of the other ones are getting replaced, this one's got to get replaced too. But obviously, nice newish tires. I mean, these are, whatever, 2,000 miles since the last one. And those are all new tires. Here, I don't know if this damage, because see here, this is probably just from continuing on over the curb. This is the low point on the car. And then just the fins back here. These are all probably pretty easy to replace. But I don't see anything in the way of damage in the back here. Obviously, we'll see if there's anything. I mean, when a wheel takes that big of a shot, there could be suspension damage, but everything in the back looks all right. It definitely took a much bigger impact in the front, and predominantly right here. There's no fluid anywhere, so these are probably still, whether they're bent or not is another story, but they're still structurally, potentially, you know what, they'll probably warrant a replacement. But Then you have the door airbag, the door panel. We'll have to get that ordered up pretty soon. We know how long that takes, about a couple of months. Hopefully they send me the right part the first time this time. And in here you don't have the same damage up top as you do on the other side. So, yeah. Not as bad. When we get the front bumper off, we'll have a full sort of estimate written up, but I don't see too much in the way of, like, there's scraping under here. This thing didn't look like it was broken. A leaf. What is that? It's also a leaf, good. Obviously the mud under here, so clearly front end, this side. Stay tuned, I'll be back. I'm not even gonna make a second video. I'll be back with the estimate. Here's the magic of television. Estimate coming right up. All right, and we're back. And would you believe it's the same day? Well, you'd be a sucker, because it's not. It's like a week later. But we've got the estimate now. We've got the stuff going on here. What do you think, right? I'm thinking it's somewhere in the, I know exactly how much it is. I separate this two ways. I do it by mechanical and body, because this is a car that I plan on buying, and I want to make sure everything is perfect, because if I'm buying this, I want to make sure that I never have any issues going forward. I don't want to have any, let's just say, body shop doing suspension work, where if it's on a Honda, whatever, this is a precision machine. So body shops do body work, mechanical shops do mechanical work. The body damage, wheels, tires, everything comes, you ready? To $84,916. Now, a lot of that is the labor and parts from the front bumper, which is over there, because that's a two-piece front bumper. You got the carbon lower and then the actual bumper. Then there's obviously sensors and stuff like that. But also the wheels and tires. All four wheels are getting replaced and the tires are getting replaced. That's about 20 grand by itself. The door panel, remember the door panel, that's like 7 grand. Airbag, door airbag, ECU, seat belts. It's up there, right? So then you have the mechanical, which is this stuff. Like that rotor, we can't use that anymore. I wanted to, but Cosmo won't let me. And this thing, I don't know what this is. It's pretty scrunched up, though. That's a shield, but that shield's not doing very much. But all of the suspension's getting swapped out. And maybe even, James, is the steering rack on here? Yeah, steering rack. And the steering rack, because this is torn. But I just, after that impact, I don't think I would trust that steering rack anymore. But that comes to, and that's being done by Corsa Motors here in Englewood, New Jersey. That's another $33,137. So if you were doing the math and you had your calculator out, which I'm sure some of you were trying to do, and see if you could do it before I give you the answer, that total comes to about $118,000 and change. So this is slightly cheaper than the other one by like 10 grand, but the radiator gets swapped. And now since we've got these frame pieces here, right? This, as I said, this is technically a twice frame damage car. These frame pieces, if they have to be replaced, that requires this car to go to a Ferrari dealership. So this car has to go to a dealership and get inspected before they'll even sell you these pieces. And I know you're going to think like, well, that's if there's a frame damage, I want Ferrari to inspect it. This is the outermost exoskeleton of the car. So it's right below the headlight. So you don't need a significant impact to damage one of those. So I think that's a little overkill, but it's allowing Ferrari to potentially control the aftermarket product. Because these cars, it's not like, all right, let people keep it and then drive it into the ground over the next 10 years. Ferrari's around for decades and decades and decades, and maybe, who knows, hundreds of years. So they want to make sure they keep the quality up. And if people are repairing these, they want to know who's repairing them. They want to document them. And they want to make sure any warranty issues are addressed. But as I said, this here, this to me is frame. Anything, even though this is like riveted on, we can cut this here. We don't even really have to here. But like this piece here, we can cut and weld. Again, it just frames stuff, so it's not a big deal. But the actual structure of the car is good. I'm happy, but it's going to cost a little over $118,000 to fix. But I'll keep you in the loop. I'll let you know how that goes. And hopefully we get this thing back up and running sooner rather than later. Luckily, it's January, but that still doesn't console me very much. Rob Ferrari, thanks for watching. For those of you not familiar with my other company, I started a company called Adventure Drives, which combines driving and bucket list travel. It's a lot of fun. If you're interested, prices can be done per person. Don't worry if you don't have somebody to go with you, we can match you up with somebody. You can check the link in the description for adventuredrives.com and sign up today.